Hey guys, um, this is a video today. I'm recording just to kind of get a video out, just to say, hey, what's up? How y'all doing? What's happening? Um, Honestly, I was like, what can I talk about? What can I make videos about? I actually have a lot of things I can make videos about, but I don't know. Sometimes I'll be wondering, like, do do I be wanting some of those stories to go out or things like that? But I'm actually gonna tell y'all about the story when I actually transferred myself out of high school. So, I went to an art school, and in my city, I went to an art school, and I graduated in 2013. So, at my high school, I was a vocal major, and then I double majored I switched majors to creative writing, and then I double majored in photography and creative writing. So creative writing is kind of like where you do stage plays, poems, things like that, like creative writing basically. And so we also had, so instead of having sports, my particular art school, instead of us having sports, we had arts. So dance, vocal, orchestra, band, videography, photography, that type of thing, right? Theater. So we didn't have sports, but we had arts. So we have foreign languages and things like that. So the way that my high school worked was, or I don't know if this is like every high school or anything like that, but my high school, you had to have 2 years of a foreign language in order to graduate, right? So at this particular time, my high school was transitioning out of having Spanish into having Chinese. Now, I didn't fully have no issue with that, but the problem is that they wouldn't let you necessarily graduate if you didn't have 2 credits of the same foreign language, which to me I thought was kind of dumb. Like, if some of us already took Spanish, why are y'all making us take or having to have a second credit of the same, language if that ain't what we got? That ain't what y'all gave us, so that's dumb. So I had Spanish, and they were transitioning from having Spanish to Chinese. Now the thing is I was only going to a community college. Now my particular community college that I went to didn't need you to have 2 credits of the same foreign language. They just wanted you to have one. Where are we at? Okay, we had 3 minutes. I'm doing good because I'm trying to get used to the times frame for all of this stuff, right? So boom. So I was like, oh, I'm good. I only need X amount of Z credits for this glare is trifling. Okay, that's a little better. A little better. Not a whole lot better, but a little better. So yeah, I'm like, well, I'm good. My school that I want to go to needs 1 credit, so I'm good with that. Cool, no issues. They was like, oh yeah, nah, you need 2 credits of the same foreign language in order to graduate high school. We was like, what? That don't make no sense. So they gave us something called K2, Aventa. Now, if anybody know what Aventa K2 is, K12, I'm sorry, K2. K12 is an online course that they usually gave. The first time I've ever experienced it was in summer school. After that, they brought it in for those of us that had Spanish and needed the second credit of Spanish to graduate, they gave it to us for that. And then if you just did Chinese, then you just went ahead on with Chinese. If you didn't, basically those of us that already had Spanish and needed the second credit of it had to take that. So basically, boom. Well, they figure, okay, y'all gonna give us K-12, but y'all didn't want to upgrade our computers. What, public school systems, right? So the thing about it is we had to write to whoever this teacher was, wherever they were, however they were, out in no man's land. We had to write to them in Spanish. We had to speak to them in Spanish. So this is like back when the computers are trash. Like, this wasn't when they was giving iPads and tablets and Rona. Like, come on now. So the computers are old as crap. Textbooks falling out of everywhere. Like, it's just ghetto. So a lot of us failed it. Now, me, you not about to tell me what I'm not gonna do. For real. Otherwise, I'm just be like, who not? Who you talking to? You know what I'm saying? So that's just that. And so I had the principal at the time was saying to my graduating class there, oh, if y'all don't pass this, y'all can't graduate. Y'all gonna have to go to summer school. I'm like, first of all, how y'all just gonna tell us we gotta go to summer school just because y'all didn't want to hire back the teacher that, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just a whole lot of, shout out to Zoe. But that's a whole lot of, like, that's ghetto. Like, AF, you feel me? So I was like, I ain't with that. So I was like, well, if I'm gonna have to go to summer school and graduate with a whole bunch of people I don't know anyway, let me just go ahead and transfer myself. So I had transferred from Cleveland School of the Arts. That's the high school I went to. So I went to Cleveland School of the Arts from my, I believe, 8th grade year to my first semester of my 12th grade year. So I did not graduate from Cleveland School of the Arts, but I did at least stay from my junior high to my first semester of my senior year. But I graduated from Glenville. So if you in Cleveland, shout out to them. So yeah, those were the high schools I went to. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. So thing was, my mama ain't no crap about it. Like, she ain't know nothing about nothing. You know how moms be, they working, all the other type of stuff. So I'm trying to figure out life because I'm like, I don't want to go to summer school. I don't want to graduate in 2014. Not that there's a problem with that. It's just I wanted to graduate with my graduating class, and that's how I wanted it to be. So that's what it was. So I called up Glenville. Like, I'm on my computer and I'm Googling the school. I'm calling them. And I'm like, hello. What is the procedures on transferring my child? Like, I have a senior. There's just something going on at her current school, and I just want to make sure she graduated on time. Like, I'm giving all the professional, real grown-up, real mature type of voice going on, right? And the guidance counselor, shout out to Miss Flowers, the guidance counselor at the time was talking to me, so she giving me all the rundown, she giving me all the tea. So I'm like, okay, cool. She's like, yeah, you just need the transcripts. I think, like, my grades, which I think are transcripts. But yeah, I just need my transcripts, the parent, me, and something else I can't remember. But thing was, my mama had no idea what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? No idea. You know what I'm saying? So I'm giving Glenville guidance counselor all of my information. So she's like, okay, well, all we need is the transcripts, and then, we'll have her all, in, and she'll be able to start school. So they was like, okay, cool. So then I tell my mom, I was like, hey, Mom, I need you to come to this school and be the parent, because I just transferred myself out of school. Mind you, my mama is knocked out. Like, my mama is asleep. Like, she dead to the world. So she like, I'll do it tomorrow. I'm like, well, Mom, you can't do it tomorrow because I've already transferred. Like, I need you to go today, right now. She's like, what the? I was like, oh, shit. I was like, oh, snap. My mama was like, what the fuck did you do? Like, what happened? You always doing some shit. Like, my mama was hot because she was like, she had to get out of her sleep, so I get it. But, girl, I ain't care nothing about that. So we go to my old high school. So we go to my old high school, and I'm telling my, at the time, principal, hey, I need my transcripts. I'm about to transfer. Here he go. Mind you, he's a white man. Here he go. Oh, you can't get your transcripts. You can't transfer in the middle of the school year. Mind you, I had already called the other school and already transferred myself. They were just waiting on my transcripts to, you know what I'm saying, make me a schedule. That's really all they were waiting on, was my transcripts from the other high school. So my high school that I was transferring from, principals like, you can't do that. You're not allowed to transfer in the middle of the school year. Mind you, this is how you know some YT people be acting like they know everything, like you're ghetto type shit. I was like, actually, I did. You can already call the school and already see that I'm already enrolled within their school. I'm just looking for my transcripts because you tried it. And he was like, oh, well, you're not going to be successful there, yada, yada, yada. Like, all this yin-yang, sir, what the fuck does that have to do with my transcripts? I just give me my shit, okay? So, I finally get my transcripts. I leave out of that school. Thank God, because I ain't going to cap to y'all. Going to an art school, it has its pros and it has its cons. It depends on who you were in the high school, and I was a lame. But I was like a popular lame. And what I consider a popular lame is like, I'm a lame, but like people know me. Like, oh, okay, hey, that's Ricky, or oh, okay, what's up, Ricky, woo, woo. Like, but I ain't had like no specific group of people. You know what I'm saying? Type situation. So that's what that was. So I wasn't tripping too hard. So then, yeah, I transferred to the other school. Now, again, if y'all thought my mama was confused about me transferring, the guidance counselor at Glenville, again, shout out to Miss Flowers. The guidance counselor at Glenville had no idea what was going on either. Now, mind y'all, I called Glenville. I called the other high school. I transferred myself and all that and all that. I just needed my mama to be the adult. Like, the adult that I sounded like on the phone. So the lady, guidance counselor, she come down, she greet my mama, hey, how you doing? I'm so-and-so. This is our school. My mama looking at her like, ma'am, I have no idea what you're talking about. You ain't speak to me on the phone. You spoke to my daughter. I was like, hey, how you doing, Miss Flowers? Ricky. She was like, I spoke to you on the phone? I was like, yes, ma'am. Like, I'm just like, like all excited and stuff. Like, hi. Like, we're about to be friends. Girl, no. So, to me, that it was funny because I was just like, yeah, I definitely transferred myself. Like, ma'am, I'll be playing. So, she was just like, oh, okay, wow. Like, you sound so articulate and things of this nature. Yada, yada, yada. You know, the whole nine when people think you're just supposed to be outright ghetto and whatnot, right? So, in the midst of that, she's, we're talking, running over my school schedule, things like that. She's running over my transcripts, and as she's putting all of my grades within the school system thingy-mabobber, to get the schedule, shoot. Now, okay, in my city, we got out at 2:30. I know in other places people get out at other different times and things of that other natures, but technically we got out at 2:30 based on me transferring from the art school I was at to a local regular high school. Both public schools, by the way. The art school was not like a private school or nothing like that. It was a public school. You just had to audition to get into it. That was the only thing. Yeah, I got to get out 2 hours early. So instead of me getting out at 2:30, I got out at 12:30. So me transferring to Glenville, I was like, cool. But then, like, I was doing all, like, the fly shit. Like, I was on that yearbook. Like, I took pictures. I went to, like, I experienced high school basketball games. Because, like I said, like, I came from an art school. We ain't had that type of stuff. So, like, I would only read it in, like, the Bluford series books and things of that nature. So, like, to experience real life cheerleaders and basketball games, and I missed football season because, like I said, I came within like the second semester, so that was like January. So football season had technically just ended, so basketball season was approaching. Well, there. And yeah, and then it was just like so cool. It was like really, really cool. So I actually, me personally, transferring was actually the best thing I felt I could have did for myself. I don't recommend. Well, no, I actually do. If you know what you're doing and you got the balls enough to do it, hey, take control of your life type situation. Because I had some amazing experiences. Like I ran track. That's a story. Well, no, not really. I ran track, but I smoked weed from all the way like 15 to like current present time. So like me running track really wasn't a business. But then I met this guy. But Glenville happened to be like the dopest high school I actually went to, and Cleveland School of the Arts was the dopest high school I went to. So shout out to both my high schools. Okay, so if you are a CSA alumni, shout out to you. If you are a Glenville Tarbloodder alumni, shout outs to you. Okay, because once a Tarbloodder, always a Tarbloodder. You feel me? So that's it for this story time. If you all enjoyed it, I would like for you to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you've ever had any like high school type of moments or issues where you was like, bump this, I'm about to transfer because they got me messed up with my grades. And you know, let me know your thoughts and opinions, and I appreciate it. Thanks for the view, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.